Next up in our Halloween series is the Haunted Hotels of Los Angeles. Now, LA is a big city with a long and storied history, and the haunted hotels in this city are no slouches either. So we are going to roll up our sleeves and push past the cobwebs to find some Haunted Hotels of Los Angeles weird on today's episode of 5 Weird Things. Little trigger warning here. Weird thing number 1 is tied to one of the most gruesome murders in LA history. You've been warned. Welcome to the channel. And my experiences with ghosts are limited. I have seen dead relatives at the corner of my eye with my peripheral vision, but that's about it. Now, my mom was a psychic for over 50 years and regularly saw the ghosts. So you can choose to believe that or not, up to you. What's your ghost story? Tell me down in the comments. All right, let's get into it. Hotels are often considered more haunted than homes for a variety of reasons that are tied to their history, atmosphere, and sheer volume of people that pass through. Hotels are transient in nature, so many people passing through on a daily basis, much more so than in any house. And many older hotels have witnessed deaths, suicides, accidents, and sometimes even violent incidents. Hotels tend to have higher occupancy and thus higher chances of these events occurring. Tragic deaths, especially when sudden or under mysterious circumstances, are commonly associated with ghost stories, as folklore suggests these spirits may have unfinished business. Everybody got that? Good. Weird thing number 5, the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel. Marilyn Monroe stayed at the hotel during her early modeling days, and guests have reported seeing her reflection in the mirror of her old suite, room 1200. People claim to catch glimpses of her spirit in the mirror. Even when they turn around, no one is there. Actor Montgomery Clift stayed in room 928 for 3 months while filming From Here to Eternity. It's said that his ghost still lingers, with reports of him pacing the hallways, playing the trumpet, which he was known for, and even touching guests as they sleep, which I'm not sure he was known for. Many guests and hotel staff have reported feeling sudden cold spots, especially on the 9th floor. Along with the chills, unexplained footsteps and disembodied voices are frequently heard, especially late at night. The hotel's Blossom Room was the venue for the first Academy Awards in 1929, and it's said that the spirits of glamorous guests from Hollywood's golden age still attend their eternal party there. Ghostly figures dressed in the 1920s attire have been seen floating around. A little girl named Caroline is often seen wandering the hallways, usually around the mezzanine. Guests describe her as wearing a blue dress, and she's said to be friendly but shy. She's also been heard giggling and playing hide and seek with staff members. Staff and hotel guests alike have reported receiving strange phone calls from unoccupied rooms or lines that are supposed to be disconnected. When someone answers, there's nothing but static or silence on the other end. Now, these haunted tales give the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel its eerie yet glamorous reputation, making it a favorite destination for paranormal enthusiasts, ghost hunters, and just old Hollywood fans. Weird thing number 4, the Cecil Hotel. The most famous recent case is the mysterious death of 21-year-old Elisa Lam in 2013. Her body was found in the hotel's rooftop water tank after guests complained of a foul-tasting water. Security footage of her acting strangely in a hotel's elevator went viral. I've seen this footage. It is odd, sparking theories of paranormal involvement. Some believe her death was tied to the supernatural, as no clear explanation was ever provided. The Cecil Hotel has been home to some infamous serial killers. Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker, stayed in the top floor during his killing spree of the mid-1980s. He was said to dispose of his bloody clothes in the hotel's dumpsters. Jack Unterweger, an Austrian serial killer, also lived here in the early 1990s. The hotel's dark history of housing criminals has contributed to its eerie reputation. Since its opening in 1928, the Cecil Hotel has been the site of numerous suicides, earning it the nickname the Suicide Hotel. Guests have thrown themselves from windows, with at least 16 recorded deaths. Many believe the spirits who died tragically still haunt the building, with reports of eerie noises and cold spots in the hallways. Guests and staff have reported sightings of shadowy figures and ghostly apparitions in the hallways and stairwells. Some visitors have described the unsettling feeling of being watched or followed by invisible presences, especially on the upper floors where the suicides occurred. Though not confirmed, some claim that Elizabeth Short, the infamous Black Dahlia, visited the Cecil Hotels just days before her gruesome murder in 1947. While the hotel is not directly linked to her death, this connection has fueled the hotel's haunted reputation, with some believing her spirit may linger there. Many rooms at the Cecil Hotel have witnessed tragic events. For example, in 1964, a retired telephone operator named Pigeon Goldie Osgood was found murdered in her hotel room. Her brutal death remains unsolved, and guests who have stayed in the room since have reported strange occurrences like flickering lights, sudden drops in temperature, and disembodied whispers. The Cecil Hotel's long history of violent deaths, suicide, and infamous residents make it a magnet for ghost stories and paranormal intrigue. Weird thing number 3, the Alexandria Hotel. The Alexandria Hotel was a hotspot for Hollywood's elite, including Charlie Chaplin, Rudolph Valentino, and Mae West. Some say their spirits still linger in the hotel, particularly in the old ballroom, where people have reported seeing ghostly figures dressed in early 20th century attire. The hotel's Palm Court Ballroom is said to host a never-ending ghostly party. Guests and staff have reported hearing the sounds of music and laughter coming from the ballroom, only to find it completely empty upon inspection. Some have even seen shadowy figures dancing under the chandeliers. Many who visit the Alexandria report sudden cold spots in hallways and rooms. These chills are often accompanied by a feeling of unease, as though someone invisible is watching. These occurrences are frequent, especially in areas of the hotel that haven't been renovated in decades. The 7th floor of the hotel has a particularly eerie reputation, with multiple reports of paranormal activity. Guests claim to hear footsteps in the hallways, see doors open and close on their own. Some visitors have reported feeling an unseen presence following them while walking the corridor. The hotel's old ornate elevator is said to be haunted by spirits. Guests and staff have reported seeing shadowy figures inside the elevator, especially late at night. The elevator has been known to move between floors on its own, with no one inside. There have been frequent sightings of ghostly women dressed in white wandering the hallways or peering out the windows. These apparitions are believed to be the spirits of women who died under mysterious circumstances during the hotel's heyday. Guests often describe them as sad, lonely figures who vanish when approached. The Alexandria Hotel's mix of old Hollywood glamour and tragedy has left behind a lingering energy, making it one of Los Angeles' most haunted spots. Weird thing number 2, the Knickerbocker Hotel. Silent film star Rudolph Valentino is said to haunt the Knickerbocker, as it is one of his favorite hangouts. Guests and staff have reported seeing his ghost, often near the bar or in the lobby, where he was frequently spotted during his lifetime. In 1936, Harry Houdini's widow, Bess Houdini, held a seance on the hotel's rooftop, attempting to contact her late husband on the 10th anniversary of his death. Though she declared the seance unsuccessful, many believe that the energy from that night lingers in the hotel, with paranormal activity reported near the rooftop. Marilyn Monroe is said to haunt the Knickerbocker as well. She used to frequent the hotel's bar with her husband, Joe DiMaggio, the baseball player, and some guests have claimed to see her reflection in the hotel's mirrors. Flickering lights, mysterious energy are often felt in areas where she spent time. In 1962, costume designer Irene Gibbons, famous for working with Hollywood legends like Lana Turner, tragically took her own life by jumping from a window at the Knickerbocker. Some believe that her spirit still lingers, with reports of a sad, spectral woman appearing near windows or in rooms where she once stayed. The hotel's elevator has been the site of mysterious occurrences. It has been known to operate on its own, moving between floors with no passengers inside. Guests have also reported hearing phantom footsteps and voices while waiting for the elevator, only to find it empty once it arrives. The legendary director D.W. Griffith, who passed away in the lobby of the Knickerbocker in 1948, is said to haunt the hotel. Guests have reported seeing a ghostly figure resembling Griffith wandering the lobby or sitting in a chair as if still overseeing his Hollywood empire from the afterlife. The Knickerbocker Hotel, once a glamorous Hollywood landmark, is now famous for its ghostly inhabitants, making it a destination for paranormal enthusiasts and lovers of Hollywood history alike. And finally, weird thing number 1, the Millennium Biltmore Hotel. This one takes number 1 because it is the only hotel on the list that I have been in, and I did not like it. And I used to read a lot of true crime, and the Black Dahlia was massive. Now, one of the most famous ghosts that has been linked to the hotel is that of Elizabeth Short, known as the Black Dahlia. She was last seen alive in the hotel's lobby in 1947 before her infamous murder. Guests and staff claim to have seen her ghost wandering the hotel, especially near the lobby and mezzanine level, often appearing as a shadowy figure. Now, I won't go into details about the Black Dahlia, but it is gruesome, haunting. I may do a video on it. It's just that bad. The woman in white is a common apparition seen throughout the Biltmore. Described as a ghostly woman in an old-fashioned white dress, she's often spotted on the 10th and 11th floors. Guests have reported seeing her glide down hallways or vanished around corners. Several guests and employees have reported receiving eerie, unexplained phone calls from empty rooms. When they pick up the phone, they hear nothing but silence or static. These phantom calls are often traced back to rooms that are unoccupied or closed off for renovation. The Biltmore's lavish crystal ballroom is said to be haunted by ghostly figures from Hollywood's golden age. Guests attending events in the ballroom have seen spectral figures in tuxedos or gowns mingling with the living. Some have heard disembodied voices and music coming from the ballroom when no events were taking place. Throughout the hotel, guests have reported sudden, intense cold spots that are unexplainable, even during warm weather. These spots are often accompanied by a feeling of unease or being watched. The most frequently reported location for these chills are the ballroom, the lobby, and various hallways. Guests using the Biltmore's elevators have reported strange experiences, including feeling of being watched or accompanied by an unseen presence. Some have claimed that the elevators operate on their own, stopping at floors when no button has been pushed, and when the doors open, strange noises or cold drafts are felt. Now, the Millennium Biltmore's blend of old Hollywood glamour and tragic events have cemented its reputation as one of the most haunted hotels in Los Angeles, attracting paranormal enthusiasts from all over. Well, that's it for today's creepy episode. I hope it gives you nightmares. Please like, subscribe, share the video, click and watch more of my videos for a little more weird. And for those still watching, today's code word is Red Rum. Little nod to The Shining and ghosts in general. Put that down in the comments in honor of things that go bump in the night. Take care. Have a great day.